Thanks for having me. I feel so out of my league up here. I mean, I'm just a dumb firefighter that talks all the time, and all of these people that I've heard today are blowing me away. I mean, there's doctors up here and CEOs, and here I am. I mean, I wear a white shirt, but I'm just a paramedic firefighter that, likes to talk a lot. So this has been awesome. I learned so much stuff, and, thanks for hanging around for the end of this show here. Cheryl's gonna take us out for a beer after this, I heard, so this will be good. I wanted to point out that I heard Eric his talk too, and I wanted to let Eric know that I'm not a toad in the road PIO. I'm the driver. I'm that guy in there saying, "Forgive me." I do that ask for forgiveness later. So I just introduced myself real quick. I'm going to get totally off base here. I've got 8 minutes. I got to keep my eye on the screen because I'm going to get so off topic a few times here. But my name is Steve McAdoo. I'm a public information officer for Clackamas Fire District, and my fire district is in Oregon, of course. And there's three big ones, three big departments: Portland, Tualatin Valley, and Clackamas Fire. And I love being number 3. It's perfectly fine with me because I get to tease the other fire departments. They have teams of PIOs. Teams. I'm talking like 8 or 9 people that deal with their social media and how they get their messaging out. You know how many people work at Clackamas Fire doing that? Me! That's it! It's me. It's all me. I love it. I get to tell them, and you guys are doing okay, but one person's doing the same job. So anyway, I get to brag on them. The only thing that kind of upsets me is that they all bailed on me today. They would not hang out till 4:45, so it's probably a good thing because they would be heckling me right now. So anyway, to get to my topic, I want to talk about, hang on. Sorry, you're never supposed to talk to people with gum in your mouth. I'm going to talk about how I use humor with my tweets and with my social media to get people to remember my messages. And so I've got cards here to help keep me on task because pretty soon I'll be talking about my wife and how I hate to garden and all that stuff. So real quick, social media for me, I've been the PIO for 3 years, and so I only got into social media just 2 years ago. I was the first department, and nobody's called me on this yet, but I was the first fire department in the state of Oregon to start tweeting. And so, again, it was that ask forgiveness thing. I just decided to do it, and then later kind of filled my chiefs in on what I was doing. But again, like Eric said, they were so far behind, they didn't really know about it. And by the time they caught up and saw what I was doing, it was all good, and they were getting good comments. So anyway, how I use it and why I like social media real quick is I have direct contact with the citizens within our fire district. There's 200,000 people within my fire district. Even 2 years ago, I had to go through the media, newspaper, or hope they came to my website. I can have a total conversation and relationship with them right now. And that is what's cool. And I just had we had a really big hazmat situation last week, and I don't know if you heard about the orange cloud, but oh shit, now I got off my topic there. But I guess the cool thing about it was that sorry, I'm going to do that like 3 or 4 times, so don't worry. I'm okay. I'm a paramedic. I can take care of myself. I used it to get messages out, and it was just great to be able to just directly tell people, put your head between your legs, you're all going to die. No, just kidding. Totally kidding. Go and stay in your homes. And they got that message through social media and through the media because I don't know if you heard, but reverse 911 didn't work. But I wasn't that worried about it because I was getting feedback through social media and everything that people were getting the message. So that's what I like about, and we are a very transparent fire department. My bosses like everybody to know everything, which is strange for government, I know, but we get that out there. Let's get to the humor stuff here, right? Okay? I know I'm preaching to the choir on this. I don't need that. Okay, how about this? Humor is something we all need more of, right? I mean, we live in a very serious world, right? Life sucks, then you die. And I'm in a very serious business. I mean, I have to talk about bad stuff all the time, really bad stuff. So for me, just to help keep me engaged, I gotta add some humor into it. So that's what I do. And besides, I mean, I read men's magazines like Maxim and things like that, and what do women want in a man? They want a humorous man. And not that I'm looking for another woman, but everybody's attracted to somebody or something with a sense of humor. So that's one other angle I always tell myself, you know. People want humor because they will listen and pay attention. And that's a little bit of my, I'm just going to do this because I feel like David Letterman. So how I directly use humor, though, is for proactive safety messages. I don't tweet, obviously, you know, if we've had a lot of stroke calls. You know, strokes aren't funny. I don't go talk about strokes or anything like that. I use things that I can add humor to, like if the roads are icy lately, or, and I've got some tweets I'm going to talk about. I tie them to calls, and I give safety message, put a little humor in there, sprinkle a little humor in there, and people remember them. And I'll talk about how I validate that in a little bit. But we run 16,000 calls a year, so 16,000 calls a year, I got plenty of content. I'm not running out of content at all. I've got plenty of it. So just a few of them here. One I put out not too long ago is, and I put out these issues when we have an issue, you know. Make sure your extension cords are used properly at work. Never plug them into a power strip. You don't want to have another meltdown at work, okay? And then, if you smell rotten eggs in or around your home or business, it could be a natural gas leak. It's not your buddies. Call 911, okay? And these aren't wet your pants funny stuff, you know. I'm not a professional comedian, but I sprinkle chuckles in there so that people remember those things. And I hear about that, and my boss hears about that, luckily. I get a lot of comments. Steve, that tweet about the frozen pipes and turning your basement into a swimming pool. Oh my God, that was so hilarious. Well, great, I'm glad you thought it was funny, but they remembered what not to do or what to do to keep themselves from having that situation pop up. I've got 51 seconds. I don't want to hear music. Humor humanizes that message. That's the other big thing. When I got onto Twitter, there were so many, at that time, computer feeds and boring people. So I thought, you know, if I'm going to stay engaged and I want people to stay engaged, I've got to put something in to keep people hanging on. So that's what I did. I've got to fix this because I've got some good stuff here. Okay, towards the end here, I'm going to hit it right on. You can be informative with your tweets. You can be professional. I mean, I'm a professional-looking guy, right? I may not act like it all the time, but I'm professional. You can impress your boss. You can impress your stakeholders with good tweets and be humorous. So just remember this. Humor is the sprinkles. This is all mine. I love this stuff. I crack myself up. Humor is the sprinkles on top of your Twitter sundae. It's the best part and the part that brings them back again and again. Have a good night.